Does the world need a divine male revolution right now? To my way of thinking, that's an absolute yes, and I'd like to tell you why. In my 20s, life was going kind of the way I wanted it to go. I got my degree, and I married my high school sweetheart. I loved her, of course, but like most young men, I was mainly erection-driven rather than truly relationship-driven, as the possibility of having regular married sex was enticing, to say the least. We had 4 children together, and as a couple and as a family, we had our fair share of ups and downs and challenges and successes, as we all do. But even though I thought we were reasonably happy, after 18 years of marriage, disaster struck. My mother-in-law died. You wouldn't think that was a big deal, but it literally changed my life. But it wasn't because I was exceptionally close to this woman. It was because of the effect it had on my wife. Within 6 weeks, she became very secretive, talking on the phone, making phone calls way out of earshot. And then, on September 1st, 2001, you all remember that day, we were listening to the radio. And she revealed to me that she'd fallen in love with a female family friend and a former patient of mine. Ironically, our marriage and the Twin Towers came crashing down all at the same moment. I was devastated, feeling so angry, so helpless, so hopeless, and so very much alone. My ex-wife's name is Joy, you see. And in that instant, I knew that I'd lost my joy in life. It's strange what goes through a man's mind when something like this happens to him. Wasn't I man enough for her? Could I have done something differently? Wasn't I supportive enough? I'm a good man, but I realized being a good man wasn't good enough. I didn't have any real answers. So for the next 15 years, I became the primary caregiver for my 4 smart and lovely daughters. For this one thing I absolutely do know, I'm a good father, and as a good father, I put my daughter's welfare first and foremost. Then, after time had passed, on the prompting of my eldest daughter, and actually it was a push, I re-entered the dating world, only to discover that I'd contracted the dreaded limp noodle syndrome, where the mind is willing, but the willy is not. As hard as my divorce was, and it was, the inability to get hard was worse. I didn't realize how devastating it is for a man to lose his potency. Man cannot live by sex alone. But in truth, if we could, we probably would. Huh? And I discovered that maintaining potency is absolutely essential for any man to fully live in his passion and achieve his full potential in any area of his life. I corrected my erectile dysfunction using natural methods and a process that I've been developing over the last 10 years called quantum life visioning. Now, in quantum life visioning, we use the power of our subconscious and superconscious minds that we all have to create a new reality. In my case, it was the new reality of reestablishing my erectile abilities. In fact, it was through quantum life visioning that I became aware of the divine male energy the divine female energy, and my own divine inner male. For when a man aligns with this divine male energy, he becomes what I call a divine man. And I do consider myself a divine man, or at least well on the way to becoming one. So, how does a man know when he's becoming divine? His perception changes by at least 5 ways. Number 1, the divine man isn't blinded by his testosterone. He honors his biological urges, but he isn't defined by them. Number 2, the divine man recognizes that the divine woman is from the same source, equal in value, but different in manifestation. And he honors and understands these differences rather than finger points and judgment. Number 3, the divine man is heart-centered. He doesn't want sex with just any woman. He wants to have a heart connection with her first. This is very important. Number 4. I think of number 4, right? Number 4. The divine man is evolving to experiencing what making love actually is. The divine male energy and the divine female energy intertwining in a form of divine unity. The two becoming one in a mutual win-win scenario. And in a win-win scenario, it doesn't matter who's on top. And number 5, the divine man wants this win-win scenario in all of his relationships and as a worldly precept, rather than the current ultra-competitive win-lose mentality. In the world's history, the most horrific events have been linked up to this win-lose, kill or be killed mentality. It's outdated. Humanity needs to upgrade and upload this win-win paradigm. And when you do that, you can make it your morning mantra. Let the win-win philosophy govern my thoughts and actions this day and every day. And then practice being divine. Create mutual win-win scenarios. Start with your spouse, a friend, a neighbor, even your boss. And then notice how you feel. It's incredible. Divine men in the divine male revolution can and will change the world. And it starts with you. Hear the call. Stand erect. Get on board. It's going to be one divinely awesome ride. Thank you.